Hey everybody, welcome back to Down in the Dale. Before we get into it all, like and subscribe and then you'll never miss an episode. Woo! You know you don't want to miss it. Especially winter's coming up, so I can complain about snow all winter long. It's really cold today too. Anyway, this is my Mounjaro Odyssey, as I call it. Journey is just such a, I don't know. So I'm odd, it's an odyssey. Oh, that's bad. I'll cut that part out. It's Sunday, October 26th, 2025. I started this journey, Odyssey, on August 24th, 2025. I was 287. I started on 2.5 milligrams of Mounjaro. I'm a type 2 diabetic. I'm 59 years old. I'm 5'5". I said I started at 287, right? I don't remember. That was like 30 seconds ago. I can't remember. So there we go. This week, I am at 268. So that's 2.2 pounds down from last week. Because last week I was 270.2. That's amazing. I should have stayed on 2.5 for another 4 weeks. I did it for 8 weeks, and then I went up to 5 on Sunday last week. I'll tell you how that was in a moment. But the last 2 weeks on 2.5, I was feeling what I called food noise light. If I can talk, we'll get that out. Yeah. So food noise light last 2 weeks, towards the end of each week, which wasn't bad because I was still losing weight. If I go to my tracker, my handy dandy tracker, which I have right here, I will post a picture of it so you can see it. It's crazy. I totally lost every single week. 1 week, I lost 0.4. 1 week, 0.7. The first week, I lost 6.2. And last week wasn't. It was the 4th week, I lost 2.9. That was my second highest week. So I did lose every week on 2.5 for 8 weeks, but I just didn't feel the suppression as much. I mean, I probably did in hindsight because obviously I lost weight and I wasn't eating that much more. I wasn't eating a lot more, but I did towards the end of the week go, oh, snacky. What's good for snacky? But most of the time I grab a protein bar or some cottage cheese and throw some berries on it. Blueberries. Been eating blueberries on the cottage cheese lately, and that's really good. I used to eat strawberry jam on the cottage cheese. That was always really good. My aunt would eat grape jelly on the cottage cheese. Do you eat grape jelly on cottage cheese? I mean, pineapple or pears. I haven't had any pears in a while. That's always good on cottage cheese as well. But the blueberries I had in my fridge, and they were good. So that was 8 weeks on 2.5. And last week I took 5 milligrams on Sunday night, which is my shot day. So today's shot day. And I will take my shot later tonight, take it around 8 o'clock so I can go to bed and not have any side effects if I do. I really haven't had any, like I said, just constipation really. And when I have that, I will eat half of a dragon fruit. Have you ever seen dragon fruit? Here's a picture. They're so weird looking. Inside is just white with all these black chia seed looking like things. But it's really good. I never wanted to try it, but I read people said it was kind of sweet, and it is. I mean, it's not overly sweet, but it's good. So I cut it in half like a kiwi and just eat it with a spoon like a kiwi. But the kiwi, I eat the whole thing. The dragon fruit, I only eat half. And I eat it with dinner or breakfast, depending on when I feel like I need it. And generally, it works a couple hours later, gets things moving around. But this last time, it did not work until the morning. So, slept all night. Slept pretty good. Woke up in the morning, I'm like, ooh, I gotta go to the bathroom. Fun times. So, that was your little TMI segment without the TMI warning in the beginning. But so, like I said, dragon fruit is fantastic and it's ugly as heck. Well, it's kind of pretty. It's pinkish. but it's a weird looking fruit. I think I talked last week about, or not, I talked with people, maybe not on here, but I mean, who looked at that and said, oh, let me cut it in half and eat the inside out? I don't know. It's like artichokes. Artichokes are so good, but who was the first person to ever eat that thing? It's like, and how did they figure it out? I mean, seriously, you got to pull the leaves off and you know, pull them through your teeth and eat them that way with either mayonnaise or butter. And then cut it open, and you have to take all those spiny things off, and the best part is right there at the bottom. Who knew? Anyway, love those. So I digress. First week on 5, the food suppression was right back there, and no food noise all week. So I think I'm gonna go on the 5 milligrams for quite some time. Well, until I hit a plateau or something. I mean, you know, plateaus like 4 to 6 to 8 weeks of not losing, but not gaining. You don't want to gain. I mean, you can. It's not, as long as you're not gaining like 15 pounds in 2 weeks. That would be good. But so I'll stay on there and we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I go to my doctor in a couple of weeks. I'm going to go get my blood work done next week, or this week actually, because it's Sunday. And maybe by next Sunday I'll have the results. I'll go on Thursday, I think. So maybe I'll have them by Sunday. We'll see. That'll be exciting. I just want to see how it is. I don't remember what day my doctor's appointment. Well, I do know, but I don't remember what day of the week it is. I think it's Friday. No, it has to be Thursday. Tuesday or Thursday. She's only there on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we'll see. Oh, look, my computer came back up. Okay. So anyway. Oh, gosh. What else am I talking about today? Taco Tuesday. This is the 4th time I've tried to talk about this, by the way. So my sister, her boyfriend, my mom, and I went to our local Mexican restaurant. And my sister and I got birria tacos. And we should have gotten just one order and split them because there were 3. My sister was like, but I want 2. I only ate one of mine. And I'm like, well, you could have eaten 1.5, and I had 1.5. I would have just eaten 1 and then the rice and beans anyway, which is basically what I did. But I also had some queso and chips, a few chips, a little bit of queso. And my mom loves their queso, which I'm surprised at because it's a little spicy, and she's just so funny with the spicy. She does not like spicy. So Taco Tuesday. Oh, I took the other 2 home and I poured the birria sauce on top of them so it all soaked in there. When I warmed them up on Tuesday night, I just cut them up and ate them with a fork. They were really good. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I went to the gym. Monday and Friday, I do my little walking program, which is like 5 to 15 minutes. And then I either do the lower body machines or the upper body machines. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I got my stupid little green ring all closed. Wednesday, I had 54 minutes because I do a HIIT class on Wednesdays, which, oh my gosh, you know, I haven't been in the gym in forever. I mean, I've had access to this gym for 2 years. I went to another gym for a year when I first came back to Hillsdale. And, you know, that gym was fine and dandy, but this one's really good. It's our old roller rink from when we were kids. It was still a roller rink when I moved back home, but he's finally sold it and somebody bought it and made it into a gym. So it's really cool. Post some pictures of it here. And I'm posting a picture of me at the HIIT class. You can see me with my little weight that I'm doing something. Who knows what it was I was doing. I don't remember. But it was modified because I didn't want to do what we were supposed to do. I think they were burpees or something crazy where you had to jump down and get back up. Not doing that. So she modifies things for me. A lot of times I'll just march in place because after the first 4 rounds of things, I cannot do the next 4 in their entirety. I'm lucky if I get through the first round of all 4, but then I'll either just march in place or walk back and forth, do something to stay active. So on Wednesday, as you can see here, I got 54 minutes on my green ring. That was fantastic. Yeah. So that was Monday, Wednesday, and then Friday. The rest of the time, I do the little walking thing at home in the morning, generally. Sometimes I do it at night. I have to do it every day because I told myself I'm going to do it for the 28 days that it is. We're coming up to the end this week. I'll probably continue. Anyway, let me look at my notes and see what else I was going to talk about. Taco Tuesday, Wednesday HIIT class, Saturday farmer's market. I went to the farmer's market on Saturday morning. I keep looking out the window. I'll put a picture of the fallish colors here. It's like crazy cold. Well, not right now. I think today is like 54 degrees. Yay. But I mean, last Monday, a week ago Monday, it was like 79. And today it's 54, which is really terrible. It means winter is coming. We don't like it. I'll complain about the snow all winter if we get snow. We're supposed to get a lot of snow. It really hasn't been bad winters here since I've been home again, but we'll see. I still don't like the snow. Anyway, went to the farmer's market Saturday morning. It's the last farmer's market of the season. Here's a picture of my friend Ezra at his stand with his coffee because it was 30, 32, 33 degrees that morning. Oh my gosh, it was awful. And I'm glad he was there because I kind of wondered if he wasn't going to be because it's the last, like I said, the last day of the market. Maybe half the people were there, which is good because there were some people walking around also. I hope they sold a lot of their products that day because it was just terrible weather. But so I got tomato from him. He said he has about 500 tomatoes or I don't think he said 5,000. Who knows? It could be 5,000. But he has hoops, so he grows things all year long. The tomatoes not too long after the end of the season, but spinach, lettuce. My favorite thing I've been getting from him is the baby Swiss chard. Well, it started out baby, and then it got a little bigger, and the ones I got this week were probably about that big, but they're very good. Really good. I'm going to make some tonight with some barramundi. I don't know. I'll probably just saute the barramundi. I'm not sure. Maybe in the air fryer. We'll see. I have some peach teriyaki sauce. I don't know if that's really a fish you want to put that on. I like it on salmon. Maybe I'll try it on that too. We'll see. And have it with the Swiss chard. Just saute the Swiss chard. It's really good. I don't like it raw. It's too bitter. But if you cook it, it's fine. For me, at least. So then Saturday was also, we have a Dairy Queen in town, and it was their 2-year anniversary event. So my mom wanted to go and get, if you bought a 10-inch ice cream cake, which hopefully, will end up at one of my niece or nephew's houses with their kids. Otherwise, it'll just sit in my mom's freezer forever. So, but if you buy this 10-inch ice cream cake, you got a VIP DQ card where you get for 52 weeks either a blizzard or a cheeseburger every week. Oh my gosh, for free. So I don't even remember. I think the cake's like $32 or something, but you get a free blizzard every week. Yay! In fact, I got a pumpkin pie blizzard. I usually get like the minis, but I set a small for some reason. And I ate like a quarter of it, so it's sitting in my freezer. So I'll have some tonight too, because that's yummy. With the little pie pieces and the pumpkin flavor. It's so good. Anyway, let's see. What else? Oh, we also went to Aldi's. What did I get there? Oh, I got chicken tikka. No, I got tikka masala sauce, and I made a chicken tikka masala, which I gave some to my mom today, and I didn't let her know. She's just finding out now that I put onions and peppers in it. But they're big enough pieces, Mom, you can pick them out. She does not like them. I always put a can you tell it's a can? Of coconut milk or coconut cream. I think I had coconut cream last night, and put that in there too, just because I like the taste of that in there, and it makes it more juicy. And I put a little rice in there and put the lid on and let it cook for 20 minutes with the rice, so the rice gets cooked, which is fantastic. So that was very good. Did I already talk about my pumpkin bread? I also got pumpkin bread. I don't know if I did or not. Anyway, it's really good at Aldi's. I got 2 other things. Oh, I only got 4 things last night. I do not remember what I got. The other 2 things. I think I got strawberry jam because I don't have any at all, which I like, as I said before, on the cottage cheese. But I also still have blueberries, so I'll probably just eat those. Yeah. Okay. What else? Anything else on my notes? No, just the fall cold weather. And, lost 2.2 pounds this week. I'm gonna continue on my 5 milligrams. Oh my gosh, I have a Warner Brothers story to tell you, don't I? Okay, let's tell another story from the first year I was there. In the cafeteria, the fancy cafeteria, the executive dining room. I don't really think it might have been called the executive dining room. They also had a fancier one up in the executive wing that was like with a private chef for the CEO. I digress again. I digress a lot this week. So on my birthday, my boss took me to the fancy sit-down restaurant next to the cafeteria. We're there, we're eating, it's really good. I cannot tell you what I ate because I do not remember. But like halfway through the meal, I said to my boss, I cannot believe we're in the fancy room and I haven't seen a single celebrity in here. And she's like, are you kidding? Penny Marshall is sitting right over there. And she overheard us and she was like, oh my gosh, that was funny. If you don't know who Penny Marshall is, look her up. She was a comedic actress, and then she did movies later, like her brother, Gary Marshall, who I'll give you a twofer this week. We used to see Gary Marshall in this restaurant all the time in Burbank, Toluca Lake area, called, what was it called? Moe's? Was it Moe's? Someone tell me who was there. Moe's? But I always used to go there and get the Foggy Bottom burger, which was a burger, which I always get rare because I like my meat to moo. Anyway, and it would have peanut butter on it, and then they made this house-made plum jam that they put on it too. Oh my gosh, that was always so good. But he was always there when we were there. I think that was the only place he ever ate. And later, he built a theater because he always wanted to have his own theater. And I think it was called the Falcon Theater at that time, but after he passed away, now it's called the Gary Marshall Theater, but it's right there by Warner Brothers, and actually it's across the street from this restaurant that he used to eat at all the time, which is no longer there. I think it's still a restaurant. I don't know what it is now, though. I have no idea. No, I don't know what it is, because I don't live there anymore, and COVID, and I don't remember what they did after that. So anyway, I think it's a couple different restaurants now. So that's my Warner Brothers story of the week. Gary Marshall, Penny Marshall sightings. Very exciting. Okay. I've rambled on long enough. I thank you so much for being here. Little wrap up. I lost 2.2 pounds this week, staying on 5 milligrams of Mounjaro. This will be my 10th week, taking my 10th shot, and come next week and we'll see what happens then too. Is that all I have? Yes, that is all I have. Oh my gosh. This has been a mess today, but anyway, thanks for sticking around. Like and subscribe so you can see me every week, or less of me, whichever happens, You guys have a great day. Take care. Bye.